Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am so glad to be here, and today I am hopping on to talk about the new year and my plans for 2024. And so I thought we'd chat about that. Today is actually Tuesday, January 2nd. I just finished a video for tomorrow, and I am filming this one for Sunday, so I have them all done. And I figured with all my equipment out, I'd go ahead and get this finished off. Plus I have so many video ideas. It's crazy to me. I keep thinking I'm going to run out of ideas, as most of last year I did, well, a good chunk of last year, about a half of last year, I did 2 videos a week, and never really ran out of stuff to talk about, which is a great thing, great thing for me, because I keep thinking, what if I get to the point where there's nothing else to say or do or whatever, but I think there's always going to be things. So let's jump right into this video. This is going to be kind of an overview of 2024 for me and my business, and what my goals are for this channel and for the bunnies and the goats and everything else. I even took notes, so I need to be better about taking notes this year. That's one of my struggles, is that my brain can't keep up with all the things I want to do and have to do. And so I've got my new planner and a note section, and when ideas pop into my head, I can write them down. So I'm going to be better about that. That's one of my goals for the year. So 2024 is going to be a big year of making sure I'm doing what I need to do to keep up with everything that I have going on. I often joke, not joke, but in my own brain, I think, okay, at one point, am I going to be done with all this? You know, I'm turning 53 this year, and I have been doing the rabbits for close to 20 years now. I think this is year 19 for me, and consistently, I have not been without rabbits in the last 19 years. And so I think, how much longer can I do this? But the thought of not doing it is just, it's not even in my mind right now. So barring any weird, unusual circumstance, I plan to continue doing this as long as I possibly can. There's still so much stuff I would like to learn and to do and to know. Even though I have been doing this for 19 years, I am no expert by any stretch of the imagination, and I tend to lean on the fiber side of things. Anyway, I have not even really tiptoed into the show rabbit arena, which I sometimes think that I need to. I'm just not there right now. And I also don't do, one of the things I would love to do, and it really, right now in my life where I'm at, it is impossible for me to do, is shows. I would love to do fiber shows more, which would include showing the rabbits. But I'm in a place in my life where that is extremely difficult to do. My husband travels a ton for his job, and none of our kids live near us. They are all an hour or more away from us. And so to have the kids run over to do the animals and take care of the dogs isn't even a possibility. And actually, we're kind of outside of even the realm of our friends. Our church friends and all of that are about 30 minutes from us, because our church is. And so all the people that we're close with are not close to us, location-wise. And so with Scott's traveling so much for his work and just all the stuff that needs to be done around here, it is really, really hard for me to even think about doing shows right now in my life. And I'm okay with that. That's kind of why I'm building up the YouTube channel the way I have been the last year, and my website and all of that stuff, so that I can continue to teach and do things here, and yet still be able to do what I love to do. So so this year we have, I do have a couple shows that I'm hoping to do. One of them I am confirmed for. The other one, I need to wait and see if she's doing it this year. So I do like to do one-day shows. Those are easy enough for me to do if they're, within a certain radius of where I'm at. And so the first show that I am and it's not really a show. I have been asked to speak at the Mitten Homesteaders Conference this year in May. I will be a speaker there. I am doing a talk on small acreage fiber animals, which the Angoras fit perfectly into that. And that one is May 17th and 18th. I will be, and it's in Lake Odessa, Michigan. I am actually doing that, a 2-day event, because it's only about an hour from our house. So we literally, Scott can drive down and help me set up. He can come home at some point, do the chores, and he can drive back. And I will probably just stay down there. So that one is very doable because of the distance from the house. So I am really excited about this one. This is my first time ever being asked to speak at something like this. I have done speaking engagements for like libraries and schools and things like that. But this one, the gals from, and I'll put all this information down below in the information box, or in the description box. But the gals from the Mitten Homesteader channel contacted me from the Instagram page asking if I'd be interested in speaking. And I almost told them no. And then Scott's like, why not? You know, you're doing this. You're doing all the stuff you do and you have knowledge in it. Just go do it. So he talked me into it. And I am excited. I need to, at some point, I've done enough of the library programs where I've talked about why I got into rabbits and how I do it and all that, that I could probably do it off the top of my head without any notes or anything like that. But this is a little bit different. And so I need to sit down at some point and I need to get all my thoughts on paper and have something in my hand in case I'm not surprisingly, you know, I am not a great public speaker. I never have been. Even doing these videos are hard for me. I've had to learn how to do these videos and not look like a big dork. So I look back at my first few videos and think, oh, you know, it was not a natural process for me. I've had to learn how to do it as I've gone along here these last few years. And so that is the first show I'm going to do. And there will be vendor booths at the Mitten Homesteader Conference. So if you get on there, I'll put the link below to their website. Right now they have confirmed speakers. I'm assuming all of them will have some kind of a booth there. And so you'll be able to see, it's going to be a wide range. It's going to be, I've seen natural living, natural home living stuff. There is, I think they're trying to get a beef production. I'm not sure if they've gotten that yet. I think backyard poultry. There's a whole list of different, wide variety. What you expect from a homesteaders conference is going to be there. And I'm assuming they're all going to have booths. And so there will be vendors there to go shopping and stuff, and I will have all my stuff there. So that's the first one I'm planning on doing this year. The second one I'm hoping to do again is the Lansing Spinners Guild. Lansing Spinners Guild. I think that's what she goes by. They do a once a year, 1-day fiber festival in Lansing, which isn't that far from me. It's a little over an hour. I can do that in a day. And so I did that last year, and it was a great show. It's all fiber animals, yarns, all the things. And so I am planning on doing that one again. Last year it was in June, end of June, I believe. And so I'm assuming she's going to do it again. But I will let you know for sure. So I will be at that one also. And we'll see. There are some 1-day events that I can do in my area. And I'm going to kind of wait and see what those end up being. I don't know if I'll do them. I have learned that unless I can do some type of a fiber festival, my stuff is kind of a unique niche. I have Angora jewelry, of course the yarn and all of the things. And so if you're going to just regular craft fair with high-end yarn and things like that, I haven't always done well at craft shows. And so we have a few of those 1-day events up around us, but it's not always worth my time and energy and all of that to go do them, because a lot of times I just don't recoup anything back from them. And And so I'm going to kind of wait and see. These are the only two I'm planning on for 2024 right now. The other things it's January, so I have plenty of time to do this. I am contemplating, I would love to do a handmade show here at our house. We have an amazing setup here at our property, and I kind of got the feel for it last year. We had a church event here last fall, end of summer last fall, and we were able to host, I think we had close to 200 people here at the house, and that included like almost 50 cars parked in our yard. And so if I could figure out how to do that, I would love to invite and have Michigan-made people come here to the house, set up a booth. The problem with that is it the weather is always an issue in Michigan, whether it's winter or summer, spring or fall. You know, you never know what you're going to get. So if it's a rainy day, I mean, it all can be done. I've done shows in the rain before. They're not always great, but I've done them. And so I would love to do a show here at our property. I need to think about that one a little bit more because it would be a huge undertaking. And if I'm going to do it, I need to start like tomorrow, finding people that might be interested, getting a date nailed down, and all of the things. And so that's one of the things I'm pondering. I don't know if I'll do it, but we will see. The other thing that I almost did this last year, but didn't, just because of our trip to California kind of got in the way, and I didn't plan soon enough. I would love to do a handmade holiday hop. I was involved in a farm hop probably 10, 15 years ago at our old farm. And I can't even remember who set it up, but it was a all around Michigan farm hop. And so it was a one-day event. You got a map and a listing of all the farms that were participating. And essentially you hopped in your car and you went from farm to farm to farm. And they had things for sale, and it was I love doing it. That was a lot of fun. And I am blessed in the area that I'm in where right off the top of my head, I can think of, I think there's probably 5 or 6 of us within maybe a 20-mile radius right here, less than 20-mile radius. We have handmade soaps. There are 2 other gals that do what I do. And there are, we have a small farm meat market where you can go, and so I would see if she would want to be involved. So there are several things that you could come just into this 20-mile radius and go to and get products. And so I'm thinking about doing that next year, and I would like to do it in November. That one is much more doable for me, and I'm going to reach out to the people that I'm thinking of to see if they'd be interested, and if there's any dates that we can all coincide on that would work for all of us, and see if I can't get that one in the works. So that again would be in November. I think that's all the things that I'm planning. For the channel, I want to continue to grow the channel. I have really enjoyed this last year of doing all the videos I did, and just the teaching, and that's one of my passions, is teaching people, sensible, common sense strategies for raising fiber animals. I had a troll on one of my videos a few weeks ago, and I always, at some point during the year, I always talk about this a little bit because they've been around forever. But I had one that she really bothered me. And trolls are never fun, but it always brings up great talking points when this happens. I actually had posted a spinning reel, and it was usually spinning videos are very relaxing for people. They're not triggering at all. And for whatever reason, this video really made this woman angry. And so, which and the other reason I'm bringing this up, it has to do with the education of Angora rabbits. And so she was just not a very nice person on my comments. And I ended up, she did stop, but it just really bothers me when people go under the assumption that you are doing some evil practice with animals that is just, it's insane. Especially when she posted on a spinning video. That's what just makes me want to laugh. And so her comment was about, and I know a lot of the Angora rabbit people have seen this. Maybe some of you who aren't into Angora rabbits or whatever have never heard of this. But outside of the United States, there are countries that are into the commercial Angora fiber yarn business, and the way they go about getting the fiber off the animals is cruel and horrible, and I just can't imagine. They literally rip it off from the rabbits. They tie the rabbits down and they rip it out of them, which you guys have all seen all of my videos. Obviously, this woman did not look at any of my other videos. I've posted numerous videos. I'm going to post another one here probably next week with grooming rabbits, because I want to, they're going to be repeat videos to some degree, but I want to keep getting it out there that I am 99% certain that in the United States, the small fiber farm rabbit breeders and Angora rabbit spinners and people that raise rabbits, I am 99% certain that this is not how we're going about doing this. And I think the whole commercial, it brings up the whole argument around any commercial animal production farm or anything that is huge, you know, the chicken industry, the beef industry, the pork, all of it, anything that revolves around that. Okay, guys, I apologize. My camera overheated there. So when you get into the commercial raising of any kind of animal, they end up taking shortcuts and not in a good way. And so I do have an issue with any of it, all of it. I think we need to bring a lot of that stuff back to the small farmer, to the small butcher, to the small, you know, whatever it is, and bring the food back into America, away from all these other countries that maybe don't do things in a way that should be done, you know. And so that's one of the things I'm going to work on this year is teaching on Angora rabbits and just changing people's minds. People like this woman who was so angry. They see one point of view, one side of things, and I think you can't change their minds, but we have to keep educating people. So that's one of my goals with this channel this year, is to continue to, and I don't do everything right. You know, I've had rabbits die. And I've talked about this. I am not, I'm not a show person. So my rabbits might not be groomed every single day like show people rabbits are. Because that's just not what I'm into. I try to do my rabbits sensibly, kindly. I always put the hashtag friendly fur on my stuff, because that's, you know, some of my rabbits are in cages. Some of them are out in colonies. I've tried it all. There has to be a balance with everything, I think. And so that's what I'm trying to do here, is to get a balance. But just so you know, when you see these videos, most of those videos are filmed outside the United States. A lot of them come from China, and people who are for extreme animal rights are just, they're only going to see one side of things. And so that's one of my goals for this year, is to maybe up my game in educating people about Angora rabbits and what goes on with them and how to raise them in a way that they are, essentially they're spoiled, you know, like my husband said, it is spa day around here when the rabbits get groomed. And so that's one of my my tasks that I have this year, is trying to educate more and more people. So I think we have covered my list today. thank you so much for being here, and I hope your new year is off to a great start. And continue to stay tuned, and let me know down below in the comments if there are any videos that you are interested in seeing, or videos that I haven't done. There are some really old videos from 5 years ago that I think I'm going to come back and kind of remake and see if I've changed my mind about anything, because you morph as you do things like this, and you learn. I mean, I continue to learn. I don't know everything that I need to know. And my focus tends to be on one thing. I don't even, like, I would love to jump into the genetic side of rabbits and how you get certain colors. That was supposed to be my project for last summer, and it just never happened, because it's such a big world to jump into that. But maybe this year we will see. So have a fantastic day, and I hope you're able to create something today. Thanks for stopping by.